Welcome to Everything Casual, bringing you original football casual videos from the golden era of the 80s and 90s, right up to current day. Football away day stories and historic clashes between football firms. Subscribe so you don't miss out. We upload videos every week. I've got a different video for you today, boys, but it's probably my most important one, and it's a topic I feel strongly about. My mob and friendship group are made up of white, black, Asian and everything in between, and every religion. And we all have one thing in common. We stand against any nonce and all the groomers. And I know you all feel the same. So watch and enjoy the video and look at the unity from all the football mobs in the UK coming together.
They won't be having a national inquiry, I'm telling you that now. Please give her a massive round of applause. Right. Most of the time, people hear the word grooming or grooming gang, and they may well associate it with the grooming towns, and be that what people sometimes describe them as Asian, Pakistani. Not all groomers are Asian or Pakistani. Let's have it straight. The Catholic Church, the Church of England, they've all been guilty of it over the years. Yeah, so let's not just sit here and call one thing out.
Exactly, mate, that's it. Everyone's a little keyboard warrior nowadays, aren't they? They give it really big bollocks and that.
They don't pigeonhole it. They call it.
It doesn't need that, it just needs normal conversation.
So when you think of grooming,
But they're just too full of emotion, some of these people.
not all like that.
That's the problem.
Sometimes it might be that little nice man you've known years and years and years. You've let him look after
Yeah, man, nice one, Martin. Cheers, bro. Check out the other videos and that too. A few protests, stuff with the police, stuff like that.
The
So, yeah,
next
cheers,
speaker
bro.
that I'm going to invite up to speak to you is going to tell you a story about this. Her child was abused, she killed the perpetrator, and she went to prison for it. I'm not applauding that. I'm not applauding that. But
Yeah, man.
ladies and gentlemen,
You get your head down,
this
bro,
lady,
innit? I'll catch you another time, innit, man?
next up, is going to talk to you also about a campaign that we want you all to get behind.
Yeah, that's right,
So
prison
please
abuse,
give it
yeah.
up. Yeah. Sarah Sands, please, ladies and gentlemen. Sarah's going to come out here and talk to you. Give her a round of applause, please. That's very brave. Very, very brave.
I don't know how much anybody knows about Dennis Law,
I said she didn't go on her own.
but I really appreciate your time so I can bring some awareness to it. For 20 years, those in authority have known about a loophole that's left
Oh, we've got a little grass in the comment section here, guys. Been flagging the comments. That's not the sort of behaviour we like around here. We like to have open discussion, my friends. We're not about suppression. That's meant to say it.
To stand up and draw
No, we don't like them sort of antics around here, I'm afraid to say.
Or be swayed under big words and complicated legislations. Democrat, not being here today, has been campaigning, fighting, and gathering evidence for over 7 years to protect
Even Herman didn't what is it? He didn't lower himself to them depths, do you know what I mean? Even Herman was better sport than that.
Dennis Law is now on its second reading in Parliament under the Crime Policing Bill.
Yeah, Curtis is probably one of these lefties that thinks that he stands for free speech, but really he's standing for fascism. Anything that he doesn't like, he just reports, rather than having a normal conversation about it.
Ian Huntley had changed his name to get that job as a caretaker. In 2014, I was arrested for murder. Our lives already torn apart by the actions of one man who had changed his name after after 30 years of abusing children to evade exposure due to changing his name and getting a clean DBS check. In these terrifying cases, both Blair's Law and Sarah Law are not fully protecting us. Parliament knows it, the authorities know it, and they have known it for over 20 years. I wanted to be here today.
I might go try and get a bit of you, see if I can get around the front a little bit.
But they remember we are real children due to the authorities' neglect in closing this loophole. Della has wrote a book, Trapped, and it's on social media as Della's Law if anybody would like any more information. It is for us to remember the power we hold in our voices, to make change, spread awareness, and to save our children.
Excuse me, sorry.
Give me up to Sarah Shane.
Cheers, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay,
Cheers, mate.
we've got a couple more speakers, yeah? And at the moment, 1 second please.
I'd say if
Ladies and
anything, you're
gentlemen,
on 9,
we're going to hear from one more survivor here who's got another story to tell, and he's got another campaign for you to get behind. It's really important we get behind these campaigns. What she just said
I like
there about
board
Ian
games.
Huntley,
I enjoy playing board games, and I
the
enjoy
fact
music.
that he was able to do that, and after 20 years and 30
I like a
years,
good
he's
game
been
of
able
Scrabble.
to change their names, and all of a sudden they lose their criminal record. Yeah, we need to be on this and make sure these people do this.
Yeah, it's crazy, really, isn't it? How much like suppression they want.
Right, then next up, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hear from another young survivor here who's going to tell you a story. Please give a massive reception for Cara, please.
Hello. Bear with me because I'm a bit nervous and it's my first time. Thank you all for being here today, standing with us and lending your voice. Of course, that is too often silenced. My name is Cara and I'm a survivor of sexual abuse, but I'm more than just a survivor. I'm a person who's finding my strength, my voice, and my path to healing. At 16 years old, I just finished school and was groomed by my local shopkeeper who was 55, Harry Shankar. With the support of and encouragement of my friends and family, I pressed charges and went to court. This was a long and hard journey that went on for 5 years. Adjourned twice, I gave up so many times, and we finally made it to court in 2023 for the trial. Me and my friends were cross-examined for a whole day and made to feel like we were the criminals, only for Harry Shankar to accept a lesser charge of paying for sexual activities from a 16-year-old. Instead of taking the stand, he took the easier way out. His original charges were 2 sexual assaults and 2 sexual penetrations, and then he accepted the plea for sexual acts of a 16-year-old. I was completely destroyed all over again and made to feel like I consented and was accepting the payment for this. So far from the truth. Harry Shankar was also subject to immigration and did not have the right to remain in the UK. He should have been granted this, but after he pleaded guilty to the lesser charge, he was also granted the right to remain in the country, a failing from our Home Service and immigration. I'm still fighting this today after finding information that he is still committing offences and breaching his sexual harm prevention order. I reached out to Gurmit Singh, and from this came my documentary, Cara's Justice. If you haven't seen it, please watch, and you'll hear all about my story. I'm on YouTube, X and Twitter. This is something that I'm still living every day. My perpetrator is back in court next week for breaching his order, and let's just hope justice is finally done. I'm here because this can happen to anybody. It's not about what you look like or how you act. These people prey on the vulnerable, and I'm lucky to have the support to fight this because many other people haven't. For many years, I felt the weight of silence, carried the shame, the fear, the doubt, and all the confusion. It isn't easy, but I've learned something important. Nobody should have to carry the burden of abuse alone. No one should have to be made to feel ashamed of something that wasn't done to them. This is why I'm standing here today and why I've created Cara's Voice for Change, number 4, just to let you know. Because I don't want survivors to know that they're not alone and their voice does matter. I want to say this clearly, there is no shame in speaking out, there is no shame in telling the truth, and no shame in seeking help. There's no shame in asking for support. The shame belongs to those who commit these unspeakable acts, not to those who have been harmed. And together, we can break the silence that has allowed abuse to continue for too long. Cara's Voice for Change is more than my story. It's a platform where we can amplify the survivors, where we can create a community that uplifts, supports and empowers one another. I believe that by sharing our stories, we make it harder for the darkness of abuse to thrive. We shed the light on truth. We bring hope to others that are still suffering in silence. And I want to actually make a change, first by spreading awareness, and then I want to find a meaningful change. And I've decided the only way that we can do that is to change the law in England to ensure that perpetrators of a child's sexual abuse cannot accept a lesser plea deal and dismiss the impact of their crimes. A petition has been submitted. Please keep an eye out on my social media for that. When it's live, please get behind it. If you are here today, if you are listening, and to the messages on social media, I want you to know your story does matter, and no matter how long it takes to find the courage to speak, people are here who will listen, support you, and who will stand by you as you begin your journey towards healing. Let today be a reminder for us all, we are not alone, we are powerful, we are brave together, and we can make this world a safer place for children. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to invite F.L.A.G.G in. Please give this man a round of applause. The amount of work he does, unbelievable. Phil's going to read something out to you. Give it up for Phil. Well, it's just a short statement that I want to read out. Yeah. Although we welcome the news of a full inquiry into the epidemic of child grooming rape gangs, let's not let ourselves be distracted away from the fact that Tommy Robinson was incarcerated for an airing Let's not get distracted away from the fact that Tommy Robinson was incarcerated for airing a documentary exposing the unbelievable case of Bailey McLaren, the 15-year-old Huddersfield schoolboy who had his life destroyed by a total media lie. We suggest everyone here today should watch the documentary Silenced. If you haven't already had, and if you haven't already watched it, then please watch it. Make sure to share it to those who haven't. We demand a full investigation. Sorry. We demand a full investigation where all witnesses are allowed to speak freely and without fear of repercussions. A total exoneration and public apology for Tommy Robinson and Bailey McLaren.
Tommy Robinson, and Bailey McLaren, who, let's not forget, who is still in hiding. Purely because he defended his sister's threats of rape and violence. Let's listen, while we're here, let's forget, he's not here today, Tommy, he was going to come, but he's not well at the moment. So I want to give everyone, let's have a round of applause for Tommy Robinson.
Joe's got some cool shades on, hasn't he? Cool guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to add a small bit to that. That man started campaigning, yeah, in 2009. Think about that, yeah. 2009, we've been doing it for a while, but that man's been doing it a hell of a lot longer. And I think we should all doff our hat and thank him for what he's been doing for our children. As Phil just told you, Tommy isn't well, and that's why he's not here today. But I'm now going to introduce a man who's been speaking all over the country for the last few years now, and he's always very well received. He's a very good friend of Tommy Robinson. I'm going to give you up now. Danny, come on, have a word, mate. Give it up for Danny, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for everyone for coming, and let's have a big round of applause for everyone behind For the Children campaign who's been doing this. For the stewards, for the security, because this wouldn't happen without them. So, there comes a time though when silence becomes complicity. Today isn't one of those days, because today is the day that we tear off the mask and we show this country exactly what it has become. Let me make this clear. Our children weren't just failed. They were fed to the wolves and the government held the lead. Don't you dare let them say this is neglect, because neglect is forgetting a birthday. Neglect is about missing a parents' evening. This is none of them, because this was grooming. This was rape. This was the political protection of paedophile networks, and only now they were forced to admit it. Because Baroness Louise Casey, she's not one of us, she's one of the Labour's own. She exposed the truth of what we have been saying for decades upon decades. The police officers have ignored the victims. Survivors were labelled as liars and slags. Gangs ran wild under the nose of the state, and nobody did a thing. This wasn't just failure, this was a strategy. A strategy to keep the Muslim vote happy. A strategy to appease community leaders. A strategy to silence the working class while our daughters were dragged into hell. Where was Keir Starmer when the grooming gangs were being protected? He was the director of public prosecution after all, and he shut down the very first serious investigation. So no, like he claimed, he didn't stop it. He helped to bury it. He's a liar. And where were the Conservatives? They were too busy hosting iftars in Parliament and grovelling to hate preachers while our children were getting groomed. And what now? They're going to hand out medals and tell us that lessons have been learned? No, they haven't. So we are not talking anymore. We are going to be demanding justice. I have multiple demands over multiple places because I don't play policy games, and I'm here to draw a line in the sand. I demand a national criminal investigation into the political cover-ups of grooming gang, starting with Keir Starmer. I demand the prosecution of any MP, any police officer or social worker who facilitated abuse through silence. I demand grooming gang survivors receive state-funded trauma support, way above what they give the illegals and the asylum seekers. And I demand a public trials for the paedophile protection networks. Televised, let the people see! And here's where I go further, because I demand the end of multiculturalism as a policy. It has failed. It has cost lives. It ends now. I demand remigration of anyone who refuses to adopt British principles. I don't care where they came from. If they treat our daughters like me and our country with disrespect, they can leave. I demand the end of Islamic supremacy in British public life. You want Sharia? Go to Saudi. Here, we live under common law. Here, our women and children come first. You see, what's going to happen now is the left and all the mainstream medias, they're going to incorrectly call this hate speech. So they want to play that game with me. Okay, good. I'm going to play it. Because yes, I hate evil. I hate paedophiles. I hate cowards who trade girls for votes. I hate lies disguised as tolerance. I hate the wolves in the suits. And I hate the silence in power. And if you don't hate this too, then you're part of the problem. So this would be a righteous hate. It's what built empires and it's what defends the innocents. And to those over there watching in Parliament in Westminster, let me remind you this. You knew, and you let it happen anyway. And now the people know too. You let cities balls into gang control. You arrested the whistleblowers. You even jailed Tommy Robinson for exposing it, while the groomers and the rapists he named walked free. You let children bleed because their parents were the wrong kind of victim. And when they did come forward, you called them racist. You took away their voice. You destroyed any type of justice for them. And now they want to talk about healing. Okay, we will heal this country when the guilty are in prison and the people are back in charge. And God bless that one over there with the UKIP flag. That's who we need to get there. That's who's going to be doing it. And I will be standing for them. And I'm proud to be doing that. So let me just finally say a few things here, and I'm going to make it loud and clear because I am done being polite. I am done playing nice. And we are never, ever going to stop because we are the Britain they hoped that died. We are the voice they tried to ban, and we are the judgment that they fear, and the reckoning that they deserve. We demand consequences, we demand justice, and finally, we demand Britain back!
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to Danny Bosco! Ladies and gentlemen, we've got one last speaker here today, and then we've got a few thank yous and a few acknowledgements. Okay, but I'm going to ask Beaver Meadow to come up here with two children as well, the first time on the stage. Yeah, and they're going to have a chat with you. Come on, come along, bring that on the stage, come on. Don't be shy, come on, come out here. That's what this is about. Give these girls a round of applause.
Just stop oil for a second, I'll get a word then.
Hi! They're not children, they're just young women. But not just women, young women. Women with a voice. Make some noise if you're a survivor. Yes, make some noise if you know a survivor. I'm a survivor.
and I'm an ambassador for the Enough to End Rape social deterrent campaign. My perpetrator is a 3-time convicted child sex offender, and he's back in the community for a 3rd time. He has an offending history spanning 5 decades, starting in 1983, where he pleaded guilty in a court of law and walked free. He is an associate of Jimmy Savile, and he's back in the community after a 3rd conviction. I am angry. Who is angry here? And I'm the kind of person who, whilst I'm passionate and angry and could kill him, I'm not going to, because here we are taking action and advocating and doing our activism. And I want to tell you about this really important social deterrent initiative that Enough has come up with. And that's not me, that's Katie and Tom, but they can't be here today, so I'm representing the Enough. What it is self-testing DNA rape kits. We want every family in the country to have one of these kits at home, next to their COVID kit, next to their pregnancy test kit, and whatever else you test for at home. And you, if you don't want to go to the police, we're not saying instead of, we're saying as an alternative to, because let's face it, the police actually haven't been very helpful to survivors, have they? So we've come up with our own plan. And this is to give the power and some control and the narrative back to the survivors. This is survivor-led social justice, social deterrent. It's a kit you can swab within 48 hours of being attacked or raped. You can send it in an envelope free post to the lab, and your perpetrator's DNA will be held on file forever. So that when you're ready to go to the police, or if you want to, you can, because you've collected the data and it has to be collected within 48 hours. And most women and girls who have been raped don't really acknowledge it until days later, so they've missed the important 48-hour window. That's why everyone needs testing DNA rape kits. What do you think? Do you think this is a cool idea? Can you believe we haven't had something like this? Because this technology has been available since the 1960s. Who doesn't want this kit in the public space? I'll tell you who. It's a government that sanctions, it's state-sanctioned gaslighting of victims and survivors to shut us up, keep us quiet, keep us disempowered, so that they can perpetuate their own political agenda or whatever it is they want to do. And we're saying we're not having it no more. Everyone needs to get one of these kits. There's a QR code. Give one to your daughter, to your grandmother, to your aunt, your sister, and all you football fans, all you men, get a kit and give it to one of your loved ones. So that way, you are very much a part of the deterrence against rape and violence against women and girls in our community. Thank you so much.
I've got my glasses now. Oh, shoe. Okay. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, right, let's start doing a few thank yous and a few acknowledgments. Over the course of the last 8 years, I'm talking about things from the football lads, what we're doing now, combined for the children. A lot of people put feet on the ground, and a lot of people done things in the background. We had so many things, admins that worked with the F.L.A.G.G for years, monitoring all the phone calls and the messages we get. Sometimes you do get lunatics coming up who are far right, unlike us lot. Yeah, and we have people that stop all that coming through. We have all of 8 years now. See all these people here in these yellow vests, yeah? And the visas and the guys are around the back here. Can you give them a round of applause? Because they do this for nothing. The stewards, please, give it up, please, for everyone here. They've been doing it for years. They don't get paid. Unlike these people down the road who want to come and do all this anti-process. The pro-paedophile ones, I call them. Yeah, on top of that, we've got a lot of other people behind the scenes. I'm going to ask some of them to get up. so that you see some of these people are, because you don't see them, you won't see them like me and Phil today. They're all the people in the background who do so much work. Please come along, give these people a round of applause because they work really hard. See these people down here, Phil, the SED boys, where's my SED boys? Give these names, see these boys here, they come and do security for us, they've been doing it for years. Phil, Greg, every one of you, I salute every one of you. All these guys here, the media, the mainstream media don't cover this, these people here do. Yeah, and that's how people get to see it, and that's how, with the help of Elon Musk, Elon, salute you mate, give him a round of applause, I agree with that. Elon, I hope you're going to share this, I hope you share this round the road, because you played a part in all of this, and we acknowledge you, and we thank you. And these media boys here, and boys and girls that are here, all of you, we appreciate it. There's a few other people I'd like to thank. There's a guy behind here, Will, come out here, mate. Will does the sound for us. Where's Mark? Mark, there, mate. Mark, get yourself up here. See this lorry? He has kittens every time, he has murders having to get this in. Ladies and gentlemen, give Mark a round of applause, please. HCV, here he is. Right. There's a few people, ladies and gentlemen, that aren't with us today, that started this journey with us. And so many to mention, but amongst Terry Houlihan, ladies and gentlemen, Simon Davis, you want to give it up for Terry Houlihan? Yeah? And David Ronaldo Millwall, he was part of all this to start with. Stevie Ross, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, good shout, Phil. Steve Ross, good man. There's a lot of others that aren't here anymore that started this journey. Let's not forget them. Okay, see these people here, right? Tony, Carl, Glenn, Greg, Phil, and Liam. Come out here, Liam. Liam films all this stuff for us. If you want to catch up on this, Liam Galvin, go on YouTube. All these guys here, go and look at what they do. Yeah, give them a round of applause, because they cover these events. They ain't getting paid to come here. And like all these mainstream media people, they turn up here and they do a bit of good. I salute every one of you. Thank you very much. And lastly, but by no means least, and I mean by no means least, yeah, every one of you people that's put feet on the ground for the last 8 years, yeah, that came to Telford, that came to Rochdale, that came to London, whoa, and in the background there, gets to sing. Hello? Give this man a round of applause. Can you see the seats, by the way? Yes. How are you, mate? Thank you for coming. Yeah? Because the seats of Mohan Singh spoke on the first march. Yeah, and I'm going to say it because I don't think people realise that the Sikh community, they were victimised. They were targeted as well by the grooming gangs. It wasn't just English kids, and it isn't just English children now that they do it to. They do it to the Sikh community, and the Sikh community needs to stand with these people because they're good people. Give a round of applause, please, for the Sikhs. And another one that along the way they've come along and supported us many, many times, the Gurkhas. Good people, the Gurkhas, they fought for this country. Let's hear it for the Gurkhas as well. Along the way, we marched together many, many times and come with us many, many times. And I'd like to hear every one of you give a round of applause for the veterans of this country. Yeah. It's wrong the way the veterans in this country are treated. 10,000 veterans sleep rough on the streets of the country they fought for every night. Yeah? It's not right the way we treat our veterans. It's a national disgrace. We need to call it out. Sama, you need to sort this out. Our veterans are worth more than this, while you house other people that have never paid a penny in tax, never mind put in this country. Let's hear it for the veterans. I'm going to pass you over to my mate Phil.
When we launched the For the Children campaign on the 22nd of March, we had some very brave people speak on the stage, survivors, right? And they come on board with us and they're doing an amazing job researching stuff and just coming on board and helping us. These people, where's the others? Right, I want you all to give it up for the survivors, yeah, because these are the people we're doing this for. They're the ones that matter, not me. Not Justin, these people, yeah? We're doing it for them, and they're doing it for themselves. They've been out there for years and years and years campaigning, yeah? Yeah, they are the heroes. They are the proper heroes, not us. They are. Also, the For the Children campaign, we're trying to start groups in every area because we want to do a national day of action. So if any of you are interested in starting a group in your area, we've got one already around Portsmouth area, all around now. Please get in contact with us on our Facebook pages, just Together for the Children. And you know, because this day, National Day of Action, has to be big. It has to be at the same time in many areas up and down the country. Yeah. So if anyone is interested in doing that, get started a For the Children group in your own area, please get in touch with us. Yeah. I'd also like to thank Jay Herndon for sponsoring us with the lorries and everything. These people do an amazing job and they sponsor us, so I'd like to thank them as well, yeah? But, and on top of it, you lot, amazing, absolutely amazing, yeah? Thank you very much.
Thank you. I've just been asked very quickly to shout, Cara, you give it a shout again, please, because this is important to get behind this campaign.
Please follow Cara's Voice #4 Change on social media.
There's a few other people I'd just like to thank. Cara, come here, mate. This is Cara Edgerton, who's done so much behind the scenes as well. Yeah. And my wife, who I haven't even seen today, I don't even know if she's here, I apologise. But she's here, she was up at 5 o'clock this morning making sandwiches for all these people. So Jenny, wherever you are, give her a round of applause, because I won't know the end of that otherwise. Okay? I don't know if I've left anyone out here, but
It's nothing to do with Palestine.
going forwards, here's a little thing for you. Going forwards, we've got plans to take this to other towns around the country. Yeah, so you'll be hearing about that. So follow the pages, and you'll see what we're going to be doing, because we're planning to do something in October. And there is a documentary for all you football lads. There's a documentary that documents our journey for the last 8 years, from 2017 to now, and we're For the Children. Yeah, combined, we all work together. Yeah, it's all part of the same thing. It comes out on Saturday the 2nd of August. You'll be able to download it then, so you'll be able to buy it. And hopefully, Elon Musk will share that for us, and we'll get our story out, because apparently we're all far right in that. And we'll show all these people what we do in the background and what we've all been doing for years. Yeah? Lastly, I want to give every single one of you a round of applause. Thank you so much for coming today. You make us proud and you make this worthwhile. Thank you. Thank you very much. Every one of you, thank you very much. We're going to play you a song now, Karen. Yeah. Listen.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you subscribe, you will be notified when we release a new video. It could be your firm we make a video about next, so don't miss out and hit the subscribe button. You can find me on Facebook or email me if you have a good story to tell. See you next time.